me, Suyong? Forgot to record. Okay, now I'm recording. Okay. Where were we? Here. Okay. So it means that it's given up to third year. Yeah. How you compute when the DG was informed via a prescribed form of the death of individual, the estate duty affidavit was filed, or the last day of any corrective affidavit. All right. Okay, let's see. Zilong died on 1st October 2016. As there is no requirement to file any estate duty affidavit, the DG can assess the executor on the income of the deceased up to the time of death, which is 2016, and at any time until 2019. Because why? 3 years only. So 16 is the year of death. So 17, 18, and 19. 3 years only you can raise assessment. Ali Nordin passed away on 1st August 2016, but his executor informed RB death, he informed on the death on 2nd of January 2017. Yeah, so died in August 2016, you inform RB only in 2017. The assessment on income arising up to the time of Ali, which is 2016, all right, must be raised latest by 31st December 2020. How you compute 2020? 2017 tadi you inform kan? So you have to submit for 2016, 2017, 18, 19, 20. Dia kira 3 tahun macam tu. Yeah? Alright. So after the 3 years, you can no longer raise any more assessment on the deceased person. Yeah? In this case means that Inland Revenue Board cannot raise any more assessment. The time limit for RB to raise additional assessment is within 3 years from the YA the RB is being informed. Any additional assessment after the date would be time barred and void. So using example 8.4, any additional assessment on Ali after 31st December 2020 would be void. Yeah, you cannot raise any more assessment after that. The objective is to relieve executor from continued liabilities of a deceased individual. Yeah. So in terms of the tax treatment, remember you have to do 2 columns. Means that one is for the deceased person, the other one is for the executor. So it means that if you look into here, we have gone through the tax rate. I want you to look into this. Where is it? Kat sini. Nampak tak? Make it smaller. Okay. This is on page 135. Okay. Summary of tax computation for deceased person and executor, but in this case, YA 2017 and 2019. Remember that, why we like to use this textbook? Of course, this textbook is being published every year, all right, to take into account the budget updates in the previous year lah. So means that now is semester 2, right? So the new textbook will be only issued will be published in April 2021. So for Sem 1 normally memang akan pakai buku yang sama lah, but when it comes to akan datang nanti kita akan pakai buku textbook. So this textbook memang relevant lah. So for tax courses memang kita nak student to use the latest updates lah. Yeah, the textbook, the latest publication, because to take into account updates from the budget. Okay. Alright, looking at this, alright, this is actually what you have to do sebenarnya under estate ni. Yeah, the tax computation, you ada 2 column, one is for the deceased person. So the deceased person tu, you nak tahu income dia from the 1st January until date of death. So example just now kita buat date of death is 30th of June 2019. So for the deceased person, how much the income from 1st January to 30th of June. And for the executor column, you want to know how much income from 1st July until 31st of December 2019. Alright, so but this is the year of the tahun mati lah, yeah. But when it comes to, for example, 2021, ni 2019, 2020, alright, then you only have 1 column lah, executor je lah, tak ada lah deceased person. So everything is under executor. But in the year of death, you akan ada 2 column. Satu as deceased person, another one as executor. For the deceased person computation, you akan submit form form B. For the executor punya, you akan submit form T. Yeah, alright. So let's look at the income here. You ada business income. Alright, so macam mana you decide how much is to allocate between the deceased person and the executor? It depends on the type of income. So katalah macam business income, dia kata the basis of assessment is based on the time basis. So katalah 30th of June, so whatever income for the year, alright, from 1st January to 31st of December, you're going to apportion accordingly. So in this case, half-half lah. 6 months for the deceased person and another 6 months for the executor. But when it comes to your interest and dividend, alright, is when you actually receive the income. Yeah, interest katalah you receive interest in 30th on receive interest in April 2019, so that amount will be assessed under deceased person. Because why? Interest income is based on the receipt. Kenapa nampak macam lain macam je? Okay, betul tu. Ya, line dia macam sengit-sengit je. Okay, interest received. So katalah interest received in October, then the amount of interest will be assessed under executor. So itu maksud dia time received. Dividend. Okay, sekarang ni dividend because under you are no longer under imputation system. Dividend kita sekarang kita panggil anda apa? Dividend kenapa dekat situ exam? Why is it exempted dividend kat sini?
Single tier.
Betul. Because under single tier. It means that the dividend, of course, under single tier imputation system, both has been taxed at the source. Company already deducted tax at source before distribute to the shareholder. It's just that under single tier, we don't have to bring in that amount of dividend into the tax computation. They put it as exempt, right? Sebenarnya, kalau dividend ni ada dua jenis, right? I disagree bila you kata textbook ni dia akan pakai dividend tu semuanya exempted. Right, even the law pun dia cakap exempted. Sebenarnya, I nak share with you my personal view about dividend ya. I selalu cakap dalam solution ni. Okay, dividend under single tier, you kena bayar tax tak? Do you pay tax on your single tier income? Dividend? Bayar tak tax?
No.
You tak bayar lah. Sebab apa you tak bayar?
Belum kerja.
Belum kerja bayar kau.
Dah bayar.
No, sebab sekarang ni katalah you receive dividend income. Assuming lah you dah kerja lah sekarang ni, you kena bayar tax, okay? Bukan macam sekarang. Okay. Kalau sekarang kalau you terima dividen, you kena bayar tax, okay? Bezanya ialah bila you terima dividen tu, tax has been paid by the company to RB. Because it's tax at source. So katalah dividen tu 100. Dia tolak 24%. Okay, so what you get is only 76. Now make it more interesting, make it lah 76,000 dividen you terima rather than 76 ringgit. Okay? So tax ni government company dah bayar pada government. So when you receive 76 ni, is it tax exempt? It's not. It's not tax exempted. It's just that this one is final. Pernah dengar tak final? Tak pernah buat final. Okay? So actually 76 ni means that this is a final income. You don't have to pay more tax. Apa yang pakai spek? Oh, kalau tak pakai spek tak nampak. Okay. Kalau maknanya sekarang ni dividend 76 what you get means that you don't have to pay more tax on that income. That's why it's called a single tier. It's a final dividend. So I will put earlier as a final. Pernah tak you dengar dividend which is exempt dividend? Also exempt dividend, you don't have to pay tax on the dividend. It means that kalau dividend tu 100, tax is 0%. You don't have to pay any tax. So what you get is 100. Beza tak dengan di sini? Sini beza. Sini you kena bayar tax, sini you tak payah bayar tax. Sebab apa you tak payah bayar tax? Sebab dividend is exempted. Give me example of exempt dividend. Mana dapat exempt dividend? Katalah you dapat dividend from dah belajar ni kan?
Source of income.
Ha?
Foreign source of income.
Foreign source. Katalah dividen daripada Australia. You bayar. Australia je kan? Tak apalah. Balik kampung. Okay. Dividend received from a company means that you invest, you beli shares dekat company dekat Australia. So you dapat dividend from Australia, that is a foreign source. So whenever it's a foreign source from 1A 2004, you don't have to pay any tax. Yeah. So that's why we call it dividend is exempted. Ataupun for example company which is under pioneer status. Pernah dengar pioneer status? Belajar tak dulu?
Nah.
Investment tax
Belajar.
allowance semua tu kan? So company yang ada any tax incentive, dia akan kena buka satu account namanya tax exempt account. Bila you ada tax exempt account, you akan boleh bayar dividend 2-tier level. Pernah dengar? Macam lah pernah dengar. Macam lah. Ya. So bila you bayar pada tax exempt account, means that katalah you punya company statutory income is 100, you are being exempted 70% of it. So 70,000 tak payah bayar tax. So you ada 70,000 ringgit dalam tangan, you tak payah bayar tax. So you kena masuk dalam tax exempt account. So because you tak bayar tax, you ada 70,000 extra cash, you bayar dividend pada your shareholders. Bila you bayar pada this exempt account, right, the dividend is exempt income. So you bayar pada your shareholders, you don't have to deduct tax. Why? Because the income is exempt income. So you don't have to pay any tax on your exempt income. So you distribute pada shareholders exempt free. Tax free lah. Alright, exempt income lah. So you boleh bayar 2-tier, means that you bayar company A satu level, company A dapat exempt income, masuk pula dalam exempt account, pay pula pada another level. So we have 2-tier level of your exempt dividend. Alright, so that's why kalau I dividend ada dua. Sama ada is it final or is it exempted. Yeah, I hope that you can make a difference between a final dividend and an exempt dividend. Final dividend means that income under single tier, you don't have to pay any more tax, so you letak final. Kalau exempt dividend maknanya dividend tu memang exempted from being tax, so you don't have to pay tax at all on the dividend. So that's why you letak exempt. So again for dividend pun dia akan tengok time lah. Sebab in this case kalau is either final or exempt, dulu tak bayar tax, so dia tak letak apa-apa kat situ lah. That's why dia letak 0 kat sini ya. Okay, foreign source income is both are exempted ya. So you just letak exempt kat situ lah. Okay. Okay, once you have all these total from income for A, for B, business income, inter-dividend, all this income, then you have aggregate income minus current year business loss. So both adalah current business loss ni datang pada mana? Whenever business income tu you ada adjusted loss. Ya, adjusted loss akan jadi current year business loss kat situ. So you akan divide lah accordingly. Yeah, so under business person as well as the executor. Okay, abortive expenditure ni memang I tak pernah masukkan lah dalam I punya exam. Yeah, abortive expenditure. And then remember that tadi kita ada bayar annuity. Katalah dalam will ada mention you have to pay annuity to your wife or to your children. Then the payment of the annuity is deductible in arriving to your total income. Tapi annuity tu nampak, dia bukan bawa DC pun semasa hidup you tak bayar annuity, okay? You bayar annuity lepas you mati. So siapa bila lepas mati tu maknanya lepas under executor period lah. So that's why the annuity is under executor saja. Alright? Bawah DC percent tak ada annuity. And the annuity here is annuity payable. Alright? Beza tak annuity payable dengan annuity paid? Beza. Katalah dalam will cakap you have to pay annuity of RM3,000 per month. Tapi si executor ni pergi bayar RM2,000 only. Right? So maknanya kurang lah dia bayar. But for income tax purpose, annuity here is annuity payable. So 3,000 times kan berapa month lah. So in this case 3,000 times by 6. Tapi katalah you bayar 4,000 instead of 3,000 lah for being generous lah pula. Right? So yang tolaknya bukan 4,000, you still tolak 3,000 which is the payable amount which is stated under the bill. And then of course you can also minus approved donation under section 44. But remember that the approved donation given here depends on the date of payment of the donation. Kalau date of payment to fall during the deceased person punya time, then you tolak dekat sini. Kalau donation to fall under executor period, then you tolak under executor. Kalau ada banyak donation, so you tengoklah tarikh mana nak letak bawah ni ke, both ni, you can claim both not unclaimed pun, mean that you can have both lah, yeah, depending on the time or date of payment. So once you have your total income, then minus deduction. Deduction ni tadi yang mana? Deduction, okay, for the deceased person ni, alright, note number 1, if you are a resident person, only you can claim relief. But here relief for the deceased person, not only 9,000, you can also claim relief on your children, on the medical, education lah, EPF, so many types of relief that you have, you can claim everything. Yeah, you are entitled for all the relief yang you boleh claim lah. But for the executor, the relief 9,000 here, only if the deceased person died domiciled in Malaysia, the executor dapat relief of 9,000. Okay, then you have your chargeable income. Lepas chargeable income, baru you nak kira income tax rate. Right? So income tax rate for the deceased person depends on whether you are resident or non-resident. Kalau deceased person is a resident person, then the tax rate is graduated. But if a non-resident, the tax rate is a flat rate. What about the executor? Depends on the domicility. Kalau died domicile in Malaysia, graduated. Kalau tak, is a flat rate. Ya. Cumanya I nak highlight kat sini, kat mana tengok tadi macam kat mana ada tax rate ni. Hilang. Okay, alright. Look at page 132. Go back a bit, ya. Alright. I mentioned about the graduated tax rate for the executor. Dia tak sama. It's not the same as the one in the textbook yang table tu. Ya, table dia lain. Ya, so this is the table for the executor. Deceased individual domicile. So bila the domicile in Malaysia, then kita akan pakai this table. Still a graduated, right? 0 to 600k is 0 to 25%. Net 400k. Tapi ini macam bukan. Oh, maybe this one is the summary lah. Alright. I rasa I tak ada reference untuk benda tu. The table kita tu kan. So maybe because dia tak buat on berapa amount and then the balance at certain percentage tu kan. Kalau you still remember how to read the table. Alright, so I think that it goes back to the same table for 2019 for example. Then whatever the amount of the chargeable income, then you determine how much is tax liability lah accordingly. Yeah, it should be the same table. Alright, take back lah tadi. I ingat kan it's a different table, but I think that this one is the summary. Yeah, 2019. But remember, bila it comes to 2020, alright, dah lain ya. Remember that 2020 budget punya, the latest budget banyak changes in the tax rate, especially kalau income is very high, then you kena flat rate terus. Yeah. Okay. So let's go into an example 8.7. Are you okay so far?
Yes.
Berapa orang ada ni?
Okay.
64. Macam mana ada 64 Termasuk saya seorang Okay. Alright. So let's look at the example on 8.7. Adrian passed away on 30th of June 2019. Domicile in Malaysia. Okay. Details of his income for year ended 31st December are as follows. So the business one from Hong Kong, adjusted income 30,000, remitted to Malaysia 5,000. Executor is resident in Malaysia for YA 2019. You also have business 2 in Malaysia, adjusted income 25,000. You have business 3 Malaysia, you have adjusted loss of 3,000. Give of money to state government by the executor is 1,000. Annuity 3,000 payable to the widow Liling. Compute chargeable income of the executor. Okay, before you turn to the next page, right? Have some can you foresee how you're going to do the tax form? Right? Because of course, I like it because the example here only shows the executor. Yeah, executor only. I nak you buat 2 column. Do you have your pen and the paper? Can you show me in this format? All right, you have deceased person and the executor. Okay, I want you to try draft the answer based on this format. Can you do that? I give you 5 minutes. I have my answer. Tak nak buat kat sini. Okay, I want you to do that for, take your time to do that. How are you doing? I want you to compute the tax liability for both the deceased person and the executor. Can you do that? So what is your total income? How much is total income?
Is it 11,000 for the teachers?
Well, hold on, I tak dapat lagi. Coming. Yes, I think so. Okay, so you have total income of 11,000 and 7,000. Then you have a deduction. Both got deduction. In this case, because no information is provided on the wife, on the children, on other relief, so we only assume that the deduction available for the deceased person is only 9,000. All right, and the executor is given 9,000 because of died domicile in Malaysia. Right, auto sum there you get the chargeable income of 2,000, and for the executor chargeable income is, how much is chargeable income for the executor? It's not clear.
is zero, right? On the next
Zero.
question.
Why? Because your total income is 7,000, but deduction available is 9,000. So you can't have your chargeable income minus 2,000. Yeah, your chargeable income will always be nil for the executor. Yeah. So if I were to share this, kat mana tadi ya? Stop share. Okay. So this is just a small, simple example where you can actually do your tax form in this form. Yeah, because normally you will have to complete both for the deceased person and the executor. So the deceased person is for 6 months, executor for 6 months. Then you start completing lah. So you have to show me how much is the aggregate income. Yeah. And then you minus current year loss, your annuity payable. Can you see that clearly? Right, then you have your total income. So is it the normal format that you do for your tax computation? Right, I hope we are on the same what on the same page. Are we? So tax liability for the chargeable income 2,000 ni is very minimal lah kalau you buat graduated tax rate punya. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay. So let's look at another example. Okay, where am I? Why am I not? Tadi you nampak tak I share I punya ni?
Nampak.
Yang Excel tu nampak tak tadi?
Nampak.
Sekarang pun Excel.
Oh sekarang pun Excel juga? Okay. So I, kenapa ada tak mau ni? Start now. Let's go to another more complicated example lah. Okay. We are now on the textbook, right? Okay. Executive remuneration as mentioned earlier, kalau dia not directly involved in the business, then you tak boleh tolak ya. Ni. So example dekat example 8.8 pun ada Socrates, alright, domicile and resident in Malaysia, sources of income from business 1 in Malaysia, business 2 from Malaysia, and business 3 from Hong Kong. Ya, other income, ini panjang sikit sebab not only you have business income but you also have rental income, you have dividend which is paid on 1st October, interest received, how much is that? Put rasa ya. Okay, interest received kat situ 8,000 ya, received on 1st May 2019 from a fixed deposit account. Okay, bila you buat individual, right, remember that most of the interest income is exempted, yeah. Most of the interest income received by an individual, for example in this case from fixed deposit, is exempted. So bila exempted, you just write down exempt. Yeah, you don't have to write the 8,000 because the amount is exempted. So, and then you have executor Plato, a resident of Malaysia, make following amount. You buy annuity 2,000 to beneficiary Aristotle, and distribution of 3,000 to beneficiary Z. Alright, compute the following for the YA 2019, income of Socrates, income, chargeable income of the estate, and then total income of beneficiary. So again, in this case, I want you to do 2 columns. Alright, one is for the deceased person. So in this case, deceased person ada income from deceased and executor lah. So income from business 1, Malaysia. So dia mati bila? Date of death is 30th of September. So allocation is 9 months and 3 months. Alright. So bila business 1 tu 60,000 times by 9 over 12. Business 2 adjusted loss, so nil. Business 3 from Hong Kong, so exempt. Are you following?
Yes.
Itu senang sangat. How do you find it now? Okay tak? Okay ya. Okay, then you continue rental income pula. Rental income, time basis, again, is a time basis. So, maknanya for year ended income ada 12,000. So, under the death is the deceased person, 12,000 times by 9 over 12. Executor, 12,000 times by 3 over 12. And then you have dividend. Alright, it's paid on 1st October 2019. So, it should be under the deceased person or executor.
Executor.
Executor. So what do you write under dividend?
Executor.
Exam.
Exam. Exam ke final?
Exam.
Ha? I rasa it should be exam. Sebab apa? Payment is gross. So there's no tax deduction. So maknanya dividend is exempt dividend. And then the interest is on 1st of May. So means that under the deceased person, but the payment of interest is from fixed deposit. So fixed deposit for individual is exempted. So you just put under the deceased person interest income exempt. Then you have your aggregate income. Daripada aggregate income, tolak current year loss from business 2. So you have 24,000 loss. Alright. But, nampak tak? Business 2 adjusted loss for the year ended 30th of June 2019. Maknanya business 2 year end dia 30th of June. So that fall under the deceased person period. So in that case, this 24,000 you're not going to apportion between the two. All this 24,000 is allocated under the deceased person. Sebab apa? Year end dia is 30th of June. Kalau year end dia 30th of December baru you nak apportion. Right? But 30th June fall under the deceased person. Dia mati 30 bulan 9. Alright, so all these 24,000 you akan allocate as a current year loss under the deceased person. Ya. So itu yang difference sikit lah di soalan. Ya, year end dia for the business tak sama. Okay, so the question asks for the chargeable income saja, right? And chargeable income is that ada relief tak? Socrate died domicile in Malaysia resident status, so means that ada 9,000 chargeable income, and then ada dia punya Socrates is the executor, also ada 9,000. Okay, what about the payment to Z? Distribution of 3,000 to Z. So that payment to Z is a capital in nature, it's not taxable. Yeah. So they show you the computation here. Look at the current year business loss, 24,000 is given to the deceased person, Socrates. Yeah. And this one is the executor. So in this case, dia buat kita panggil horizontal lah. Macam ni. Kalau I suka vertical, you buat satu column untuk the deceased person and another column for the executor. So you don't have to write twice. Yeah, so you save time, a lot of time. And then Aristotle, remember that ada annuity to the wife, yeah? Mana annuity tadi? 2,000 to beneficiary Aristotle, so that one is taxable. Mana ke dia ni? Sorry. Where? Annuity 2,000 is taxable on Aristotle, but the Z has no total income, as which is not taxable, capital in nature. Alright. Then you have another example, almost the same lah. Right. Cuma kat sini ada payment on annuity, ada cash to government. Lepas tu ada executor paid 6,000 to pin. Right. From the income. So it's this one I think is the distribution. Yeah. So nanti you kena complete. Sama je lah. Format yang sama. Alright, you know that you have sources of income and then you have the deceased person and the executor. As long as you know how to apportion the income between the deceased and the executor and then compute your chargeable income. Yeah. Alright, source and income of executor. Alright, you can read that, this law. Okay. Executor leaving Malaysia. Section 104 of the Act prevents taxpayer from leaving Malaysia if such taxpayer has outstanding income tax owing to the Malaysian government. Sekarang ni banyak kalau katalah you nak pergi overseas ke, suddenly dekat immigration, oh you tak boleh keluar sebab apa? Blacklisted. Siapa blacklist? Lembaga asing. That is very common sekarang ya. So similarly, alright, katalah macam that taxpayer ada ni, in the case of Ong Gi Yam against the pengarah hasil in 2002, the plaintiff acting as an administrator for the estate of Polycarp Soon was served with a certificate issued under section 1041. So bila you cakap section 1041 ni makna prevention from leaving Malaysia lah. Yeah. The reason was the estate of Polycarp Soon has an outstanding income tax of 894,000 owing to the government. The plaintiff personally does not owe such tax. The issue is whether such certificate is binding on the administrator. The High Court, Ian Ching judge, answered in negative, means that he's not liable. He was of the view that since the executor is not personally liable for the tax due from a deceased individual, and it is deemed a debt or owing by an estate and to be paid out of the estate, 1041 does not apply to the executor or administrator. It is unlawful to issue certificate to the plaintiff who does not personally owe the debt. So you know that from here you say that 104 cannot be issued on the executor because executor is not personally liable on the income on the tax liability of the estate. In terms of tax administration, executor or administrator to file in Form B for the deceased individual. It covers from 1st January to date of death. Form TP. Tadi saya cakap Form T ya. TP lah pula sekarang ni. Will be filed in the same year to account for the income of the deceased from date of death until 31st December. It will be assessed on the executor on behalf of the deceased person. So that covers today's topic on estate under administration. Okay. So it's 48 minutes already. Oh, dah pukul 1. So maknanya dah cukup 3 jam kah? Adakah? It's 12. Patut ada lagi 1 jam lah. Matilah I. Ha?
Sampai pukul 2.
Okay. So means that we have covered topic estate for today. I believe that we have completed the whole topic. So what do you plan to do now? I want to open up the video. How do I switch on the video? I punya video lah pula. Okay. So nak buat apa sekarang ni? Ada 1 jam. Any idea? Sorry doktor, connection problem. Seorang je ke? Yang lain okey tak?
Okey.
Okey kan?
Hmm.
So, anything you want to ask about the class? So, I officially close topic of this. Anything you want to ask? Okay. So, for the homework, I want you to PM me, PM in the give your feedback. Onto this lecture. All right. Any suggestion for improvement? I think that I will discuss with Su Yong with regard to the assessment, right? And how, or maybe you can decide in your WhatsApp group when you want it to be your midterm exam, right? It's going to be online. I don't mind it to be an open book, right? Because I believe that I don't believe in the remembering all this section. You have to remember the section, right? But open book is okay as long as you know how to answer the question. Okay. Decide on a day for your midterm exam. What else? Okay.
Doktor memang akan pakai Zoom je ke?
Kenapa ada masalah tak pakai Zoom?
Itu je.
Ke safety issue ke?
Sekarang dah okey ke?
Sekarang ni dah okey dah. Dia orang dah take into account. Sebab lagi pun I rasa macam ni je. Sebab katalah in terms of security, apa ya, I don't know. Kalau lah meeting you to meeting yang something yang confidential, jangan kau consider lah. But generally they say that kalau setakat kelas je is okay. Unless kalau official meeting ataupun you buat meeting kat office ke apa, they avoid to use Zoom lah. But other than that, sebab I suka Zoom sebab I senang nak sharing screen tu. Yang Google Meet hari tu we all try juga tapi macam susah sikit. And this one macam hari tu I rasa macam 40 minutes tu an issue lah. Tapi tadi macam dia bagi automatically, dia bagi extend kan. So unless ni kita tak dapat extension that 40 minutes, tapi I pun selalu I break my lecture. Tak ada lah pergi 3 jam straight kan. So I think kalau dia bagi 40 minutes pun I stop like 40 minutes then we start a new session. What are other issues that you? Tak ada? Okay lah. Alright, kalau tak ada, I think that if anything you can always kejap saya tengah fikir. Sekejap. Give me a few minutes. You have class at 2 o'clock. Patutnya punya kelas pukul 2 kan? Nak tengok sekejap. Okay, I put in the assignment 1 so that you can answer that on individually. Okay, great topic. Okay. Okay, I have put an assignment there. So the stream one, I will just delete this. What am I doing? This assignment, this one. Okay. So I think that we are going to disperse the class today. Okay. If you have anything, you can always reach me through the WhatsApp group. All right. Okay, you can have my contact number. My number is 013-241-4455. Any submission, we do it through the Google Classroom, or you can, I'm not sure, if you want to email me on any issue, you can always email me at this. Anything you want to know? Tak ada kan? Contact number je kan? Alright, you can also WhatsApp me personally if you have any query that you want to ask. Okay, other than that, maybe Google Classroom is the best slot. Yeah. So I think that all for today. I will see you again inshallah next week, same time, same place. Okay?
Good, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Doktor.
Okay.
Thank you, Doktor.
Ada chat sekejap. Saya tengok chat ni apa ni?
Thank you, Doktor.
How do we contact Doktor if you want to ask question? Okay, you can ask me in the Google. You can just write down there. You know that you can just comment so that I can follow. Because the good thing about Google Classroom ni bila dia ada any comment ke apa, dia akan ada notification. So I'm more aware of that lah. Alright. So I thank you again for your attention, for your participation in the class. I hope that you have learned something new today with regard to the estate of the deceased person, and that you also have to pay tax on the income. Yeah. And then we'll see you next week, inshallah, a topic trust, but this topic is a lot more complicated than the estate, right? But it's a continuation, it's the same, but a lot more because we also have tax income on the beneficiaries, which is taxable, yeah? Tax on the trust itself and tax on the beneficiary. So that will make it more complicated lah. But I hope that it's going to be another interesting topic that we can discover, right, together. So I'll see you again inshallah next week. With that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doktor.